So, this is the new Kinefinity Eagle viewfinder, and I'm really excited about it, and I think that you might be too. The people at Kinefinity were kind enough and they sent me one unit, which I'm going to be testing over the upcoming months. But in the meantime, I thought that I'm going to go over the specs and over some of the benefits that I believe using a viewfinder has. And if you're new here, my name is Jakub. I'm a documentary filmmaker and cinematographer, and I focus on telling impactful and meaningful human stories. And I also teach documentary filmmaking and cinematography here on YouTube. But now let's talk about the viewfinder. So this is, as I said, a new viewfinder from Kinefinity called Eagle. And this one is quite unique because it's a universal viewfinder. So even though it comes from Kinefinity, it can be used on other cameras. All you need to have is a SDI output on your camera, and then you can use a viewfinder. So all the Sony cinema cameras, Red cameras, RE, Canon cinema cameras, and so on. Now, before I go into the specs, let me tell you why I think using a viewfinder is beneficial. I personally like using viewfinders for a few reasons. And the first reason is that it helps you isolate your vision. Because when you're looking at the monitor, you're obviously seeing the image and all the settings, but you're also seeing, maybe unconsciously, everything that's happening around. You know, you will see the ground underneath your camera. You might get distracted by what's happening on the right or on the left of the camera. And so sometimes I find myself that these distractions can jeopardize the image that I'm capturing. Where if you introduce a viewfinder into your workflow, you suddenly isolate your vision, and everything that you're focusing on when you're looking through a viewfinder is the image in front of the camera. This might help you with noticing small details in the frame that maybe you don't want them there. This might help you with framing, this might help you with lighting and other visual aspects of cinematography. Now, the second reason why I love using viewfinders is when I'm shooting in very bright conditions. And this could be, you know, in the middle of the day, somewhere outside when it's really sunny. Or this could be on the mountain tops, because whenever you're shooting on snow, everything is reflecting. And in such a scenario, it might be very difficult to just look at your monitor, even if it's a bright monitor, 2000, 3000 nits. And so having a viewfinder really helps you to block that reflections that are coming into your face. And again, you just isolate your vision using the viewfinder, and you can easily focus on whatever you're shooting. The third reason why I love using viewfinder is because it gives you another point of stabilization. And whether you're using a shoulder rig or you're shooting handheld, you can always use the viewfinder as a third or even fourth point of stabilization. This helps you with getting smooth and stable shots, and it also helps you with minimizing the microshake, because most of the cinema cameras don't have image stabilization apart from the Sony cameras, I believe. And so, as I said, having the fourth point of contact can be really, really helpful. So these were just a few reasons why I love using viewfinder. And maybe if you're someone like me, purchasing a viewfinder might be beneficial for your shooting as well. Now let's talk the technical stuff. What I love about the Eagle viewfinder is its minimalistic design. It's very small, very lightweight, around 350 grams. There's 3 function buttons, and each of them can be set to a certain function like peaking, false color, waveform, clean feed, and so on and so forth. Apart from that, you also have a menu button, and then you have a recording button. The recording button can be either set to a function, or if you're using a Kinefinity camera, you can obviously use it to start recording and stop recording. Now at the front of the viewfinder, you have a Kinefinity logo which lights up when you turn on the viewfinder, and you have this little wheel which allows you to go through the menus and basically change the settings. At the bottom, you have an on-off button plus 2 ports. So one is 5-pin LEMO, which you can use to power the viewfinder with Kinefinity cameras, and then you have a SDI port to transmit the image. When you're using the viewfinder on Kinefinity cameras, you get a cable which is SDI and 5-pin LEMO in and SDI and 5-pin LEMO out, and that allows you to control the camera with the viewfinder. If you're using other cameras, you get a SDI cable and D-tap on the other side, so you can plug the power into a V-mount battery on your camera. Now the cables that come with the camera feel and look very solid. The viewfinder also has a diopter. That means that you can adjust the viewfinder to your vision, and thanks to the full HD OLED display that is inside the viewfinder, and which is also 10-bit, you get high quality color rendition and sharp image. The last port that you find on the viewfinder is a USB-C port, and this one helps you with firmware updates. The viewfinder comes with a rubber eyepiece Plus you also get this secondary eyepiece, which has kind of a cushioning material and helps when keeping the viewfinder on your eye for a long period of time. The way you attach the viewfinder to your camera is through a dedicated Kinefinity bracket, which includes a 15mm rod and allows you to put the viewfinder quite far from the camera or quite high. This is ideal when shooting handheld or shoulder rig setup. Apart from that, the viewfinder also has a rosette mount, so you can use that to attach it, and there's also 1/4 screw. So it comes with plenty of mounting options. The menu system on the viewfinder is very simple and super easy to navigate, and it's actually the same one as on Kinefinity cameras. And so this is it when it comes to technical specs of the viewfinder. As I said, I haven't tested it yet, but I've been using the original Kinefinity viewfinder for the past 3 months. And so I'm expecting that because this is a new model, this one will be even more pleasure to use. And also they're pricier. Kinefinity Eagle viewfinder retails for $1,300, which is extremely affordable for a viewfinder of this quality. It's very lightweight, very easy to use, and it's universal. So if you would like to purchase one, I'll leave a link in the description of this video. And I'll be honest, this is an affiliate link, and if you purchase, I'll make a small commission on it. Now, if you have more questions or if there's something that I haven't covered in this video, just let me know in the comment section below and I'll give you an answer. That's it for today, guys, and I'll see you next week or in 2 weeks with a new video. Peace.